We're here with Chris Medellin, the man, the myth, the legend, the guy that got us to loanDepot.
Yes.
Chris, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I have been with loanDepot. This is my 4th year at loanDepot. I got here, so I was a banker before. I was at Chase and then went over to Wells. I was actually in fulfillment for a long time, and that really helped me with understanding the loan manufacturing process and moving loans through the process. So that was a big value proposition for me to be able to learn and understand the entire mortgage process. And then I left the bank world and went over to Prospect, where I met you. And it was a really good experience for me to know what to ask and what, how to kind of find the right company. And so I took all those lessons, that those valuable, hard lessons you learn when you go to a company, that you didn't ask the right questions in the beginning, to figure out that this was a really, really good home for me. And when I came over, we were iMortgage, and we then turned into loanDepot, and that turned into be an amazing experience, because we went from being an amazing mortgage company, and then we just kind of threw in all this tech and all this marketing and all this amazing stuff that happened, and everything just went super fast through the process. And so yeah, it's been a really good journey for me, and we're excited. We've been in the Gilbert market, and now we're expanding into the Las Vegas market, and that makes me really excited, because I think it's a phenomenal market to be in, and I think it's underserved from a loanDepot perspective, and so it gives us an opportunity to really grow and grow with you.
Yeah, absolutely. We're super excited, and obviously, we can never thank you enough for the opportunity, and we're super excited about that. What were some of the things that really drew you to loanDepot when you made your move?
So number one is I wanted to make sure that I had access to my fulfillment partners, that I can go and sit down and talk to them on a day-to-day basis. And that matters only when you have a really poor operations process from a previous company, right? And if you're coming out of the banks, or you're coming out of a company that didn't really have good infrastructure, you start to realize that that's super important. I needed to be able to walk across the hall and talk to a processor if I needed something to move. And I have that, and I've always had that, but I don't necessarily need it the way that I used to, because
everything kind of moves so fast.
Yeah, everything's moving fast, right? And so you've been here for about a month, and you've seen things. I don't know how many closings you already have, but it's pretty significant to see them move super fast. And that's happening out of Gilbert, right? So that ability to move things was super critical. But also I had a really good leadership team. The company had a really good name in the marketplace, and they've given me full latitude to grow, and that's been amazing. So those were all the reasons why I made the move here.
I think a lot of people, they miss, or they don't really understand, or they feel that they need to have their processor or their ops person directly in the same office with them.
Yes.
But I think, to your point, right, if you have a solid team that really knows what they're doing with the technology,
without a doubt,
they can sit anywhere. And I think for us, it's allowed us to really start to grow and get some momentum with that. I know, like with us, a lot of it was the technology that made us move over here. Can you touch on some of that you used and with other loan officers here?
Oh, without a doubt. So let me kind of take it back a little bit. So May of last year, if you remember this, whatever you had in pipeline, the consumer changed. They started to shop you a little bit more, and we saw a significant portion of basis points leave the industry because of shoppers and because customers were using their phone to shop rates, right? And everybody became kind of an expert in this space. And we didn't necessarily have a compensation problem, whereas a lot of companies went and asked their employees to take lower pay. We didn't really have a pricing problem. What we had is a manufacturing cost problem, in our opinion. And so we have a 400-person staff of engineers and developers who have built Mello. And the fact that our end-to-end system, which is kind of our infrastructure, which is where we do our loans through, where our marketing is at, where our CRM is housed, all that flows through and works together to allow that manufacturing process to be faster and smoother, right? We can push a button and send out disclosures. We can push a button and send out the commitment letter. We can push a button and order the appraisal, whereas a lot of companies have people that are doing that job.
Right.
And so when you can eliminate the manufacturing cost, then you can keep compensation high and rates low. And so, you know, we've started to see our allocation cost drop on the P&L because the company's saying it's costing us less to fund these loans than it used to because we don't need all these people involved. And people are critical to the process, don't get me wrong. But our bet at loanDepot is that you have the best of worlds where you can take a customer that starts digital and bring them to a local market in Las Vegas or in Henderson so that they can meet with you because you know the restaurants, you know where what schools are good. And you can't replace that with necessarily a call center person when a customer wants a deal local. So all those reasons kind of fit into the philosophy of this is a really good place for me, and it's a really good place for me to be able to recruit to, because I think at the end of the day, we understand that technology is going to help drive more loans and a faster, quicker, better process for the consumer.
So when you're not helping the branch grow, supporting us and doing your thing, what are some of the things that you like to do in your spare time?
Gosh, so I don't have a lot of time for anything. Like I get home and I'm done, right? I'm like toast. But I do work out a lot. I CrossFit. I have a couple of other things that I do from a training perspective. I have two little children, and then I have an adult child with a grandchild. And so our kids, we do soccer and those sort of things, which is really fun. But I'm with my kids, man, and with my family, and I try as much to be as engaged as I can with them. You know, we are in a digital world, and I have my phone in my hand a lot. But it is fun, and I try, you know, at night to spend some time with my kids and on the weekends. So it is a good time. Well, family time, man.
We're in the middle of the holidays here.
Yes,
so
very excited.
What do you guys got planned?
We're going to Texas for a week, and we're going to San Antonio, Texas, my home. It's born and raised San Antonio, Texas. I'm excited to go. We'll do all the touristy stuff, you know, taking the kids down the Riverwalk, looking at the lights, and some fun stuff there. But we'll be there for a week and for Christmas, and then for Thanksgiving this week, I'm working, and I'm gonna just stay here for Thursday. I'm in town Thursday.
Nice. Well, just want to say thank you, for
thank you.
that you've provided us and given us guidance with, and we're super excited for next year to completely take
you're gonna crush
the
it.
mortgage market.
Yes, it's gonna be fun, man.
Thanks, Chris.
I'm excited. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.